Alright, so we got some new Gamescom footage going on, okay, of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds with the brand new, never before seen, never heard of, maybe hinted at before, dynamic camera? Oh boy, but those that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. There was Gamescom footage a couple of days ago, and they showed the options, and there was a race camera type. It was set on original, nobody was doing dynamic until now. Somebody actually switched it to dynamic, and there is actual footage of it. Now, I've seen it already. I have my thoughts on it, but we're gonna go ahead and just look at some gameplay, maybe compare the two. Why SEGA didn't use this camera in the marketing? Well, I don't know.
What's going on?
Alright, so we have a Twitch streamer, content creator, probably both murky here, and apparently this is like the best gameplay you will find from Gamescom because this person actually knows ball.
Very excited. We're gonna do Sonic Speed, of course.
He knows ball.
Hey,
this is the second highest. So we're about to see this joint at the second highest, so we can go even faster.
All right, I got
and
my
people
Sonic
are already
friends
tweaking
here.
out.
Sonic
People
Tails
are
and
already
Knuckles are
going
sitting
crazy.
next to me in line at the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds booth. I can
All
just
right,
play
so
the game
this is
and stream it
the
to my
dynamic
viewers at
camera.
home, which is such a cool feeling.
Main things to take note of: the camera seems a lot lower. Maybe not a lot lower, but wow, the speedy tricks on this thing. I think that's the first time we've seen that.
So this is the
but yeah, it seems a lot lower,
right.
a lot closer maybe too.
Isn't it like a little closer to the characters? I think.
But if I was to be honest with y'all,
like
I personally don't see much of a difference, but it does look better.
Right?
It does look
PAX
better.
West is next week, so I'm in Seattle next week. I'm actually gonna do a lot of
like you actually get a pretty decent sense of speed with this camera mode.
Casino. This is
I
my
will
favorite. Oh my god, did I avoid that item? Okay, this one's my favorite.
I do like, I ain't gonna lie, I do like Roulette Road, CrossWorld. I was a fan of that. Every time I switched to the Sonic Heroes music, I was going crazy. I definitely was going crazy. But right here, I will always hit that thing for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I would never see it. I would never see it. Oh yeah, also, I learned new tech. Omochao. There's actually a good use for this. Omochao doesn't slow you down if you go into the grass. So you're collecting rings, but you also don't get slowed down. It's not like the boost, but you don't get slowed down, so you can just go into any terrain and be straight. That's pretty good. So that was a race with the dynamic camera. Yeah, I can't lie to y'all. There's not that much of a difference. I remember when I was seeing this for the first time. It wasn't until Smirky said, "Yeah, this is the dynamic camera." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Wait, it is?" I was like, "Oh." And then I started noticing the difference. I was like, "Oh, okay. That's cool." I wish they did a little bit more with it though, because especially after seeing that Kirby Air Riders direct, like the camera movement was just so fucking crisp. You can definitely see the FOV is kind of like changed there. Which makes it look so much better. But yeah, I wish maybe like you was to hit a boost, right? Like the camera would like jerk back or something like that to kind of like give you that sense of speed when you hit that boost. Because it's not too much of a difference when you hit the boost and not like in terms of the camera work. So it'll be easier to indicate, oh, okay, yeah, I just hit a fucking boost pad, go crazy. But we do got more camera movement here, and it definitely will be turned on. Like, I would 1000% have it on when we play this game, right? 1000%. So this was a day ago, and this is not using the dynamic camera. We'll just start it up from right here. Yeah, because that's definitely, I don't know what speed they're playing on. In fact, let's see if we can find out. No, they go, yeah, same speed, definitely looks slower. Definitely looks slower. I think it's an FOV thing. And yeah, this doesn't look too crazy fast, right? That's so there's 1000% a difference. I just wish there was a little bit more added to it, like a little bit more, like the camera just pulling back when you boost maybe or something like that. Definitely looks a lot faster. Yeah, way faster, way faster. So you really think it's really crazy? It's like, why wouldn't they use this in marketing? Why would they do that? Well, and I haven't checked this for myself, but they might have shown us this before. Who remembers the history of Sonic racing games. And remember when this dropped and people was like, wait a minute, this game is looking kind of fucking crazy right now.
New and returning, as well as the return of Extreme Gear.
Like, oh wait, is this the 200cc mode? Like, people were saying that, all that kind of shit.
With my friends, tear through dimensional stages, and see Extreme Gear back in action.
I think they were using dynamic camera here. This is very, very similar to the gameplay that we just saw. So the only time they show dynamic camera gameplay is in this video.
I can't wait to jump online with my friends, tear through dimensional
Like this
stages,
looks exhilarating.
and
This
see
looks
Extreme
cool.
Gear back in action.
This
From
looks
the
fun,
early
especially compared to the car video. I don't know why they only did it with the extreme gears.
Vibrant tracks both new and returning, as well as the return of
I
Extreme
can't tell if they
Gear.
used it for the car there. I can't really tell. But yeah, very interesting. So we have seen this before technically. Wonder what that actually means? Is that our speculation of this being in the 200cc mode is thrown out the window. This is just dynamic camera. This game can get faster. This game can look faster than this. God damn. So when you get the game, chat, unlock that supersonic speed mode as fast as possible, put that dynamic camera on, and you're probably gonna be feeling crazy.